Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Welcome back to CheekCast podcast episode 15 titled we're talking about all the directs, and that's not the title, it's all about the games, but we're talking about all the gaming announcements, like particularly the first one on this list. Lil Nas X is hosting Worlds for League of Legends, which is so interesting.
Wait, he is?
Yeah, Lil Nas X
president.
is the president of League, and he's going to be hosting Worlds.
Okay.
The collab you didn't know you needed.
Yeah, he said no more bottoms are allowed to play the game anymore.
So we're just getting rid of bot lane? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, if that's what you take as a bottom. That seems like a pretty bottom thing to say, Thomas.
I mean, 80 carries are getting fucked for the longest for the last
you're not wrong.
years.
Riding that Shmi to the support, still get that shit rocked.
Bro, it'd be like, oh, it's 3 minutes? Better fucking just get on my knees and open up.
Bro, speaking of League, I know this is a little off topic. Have you seen the guy who came up with the fucking 0.7 second Gragas E build?
The 0.7?
He gets enough, what the hell is the thing called where it gives you cooldown now? It's different name.
Yeah, cooldown reduction, same
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, CDR. To the point where when he hits you with his E, it resets immediately. In live servers with Yumi. And he runs around and they can't move because it just knocks you back every time he hits you. And he's just
body bumping you.
And he just goes boom, 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 over and over and over until they die.
They should just call that like the sexual assault build. Like,
dude, it is so funny. And people were like, is this an ARAM or is this is Earth back? And he goes, nope, this is in a normal Summoner's Rift game. Like, what?
Bro, don't
a 1v3 with Yumi, just going ba-dunk, ba-dunk, and once he gets you in the trap of hitting you over and over, you can't move.
That is crazy. I want to see it at Worlds. Little Nas X.
I want to see it, dude. It takes so many random things. You can't even have boots to get it to work.
You don't need boots to play Cassiopeia either.
That's true. But
I don't know what any of that means, guys.
I just wanted to bring that up to Thomas because I don't think he's seen that, and it's really, really funny.
That sounds amazing.
And what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start putting the ads at the beginning, like not the ads, but like if you want to listen to us do live podcasts, you just have to tier 3 sub to the Twitch. My Twitch, it's just my name, Obrodo. If you want to leave us feedback, you use it or do it in the Discord. We have a Discord, which I link below in every single one of the podcasts wherever I place it.
There's no video, but he's pointing down.
Yeah, I'm pointing down right now. I'm literally looking at my camera talking to you and you can't see me. So that's just a damn shame, to be honest.
Never.
I just want to let you guys know that if you want to listen to free, I mean, this is the best place to do it. I post it on YouTube, which does have gameplay. I just instead of putting it at the end where people may not hear it, might as well put it at the beginning.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Or get too in depth in the.
We are playing Kirby's Island Adventure, as you can clearly see on the screen.
Yeah, this is I'm actually playing Yakuza 1, the very first one. I might switch to Madden 1998 before this podcast is over. Then let's get into some real news. I don't know if you've seen the fucking. Have you, Thomas? Please tell me you watched the fucking God of War Ragnarok trailer.
I'm going to disappoint you. And
no, that shit made me bust. I busted. Is what happened when this little fucking kid shot an arrow in the sky and it ripped the sky in half and changed into nighttime. That was the craziest shit I've ever seen.
It was very magical. It gave me goosebumps.
And it was like a solar eclipse, and fucking Kratos just points at the solar eclipse, and whatever his name is, Artemis. I don't remember how to say his name. I never even learned it in the first one.
Atreyu?
In 50 hours. Atreyu, that's what I want to say, but I don't think that's it.
You mean
Atreus,
whatever his name is.
Yeah.
This motherfucker pulls the bow back and shoots at the solar eclipse, and the whole sky just cuts in half, and I'm like, no.
And this is the most recent trailer that we're talking about from State of Play.
This is from the State of Play trailer.
It's
Not to
really
mention,
good.
you see Thor and Kratos butt heads. They throw weapons and the weapons slam into each other.
Very nice.
And then
Those are
people
really
started
good.
pointing out that they're made by the same dwarves, the weapons. So they both have a recall method. So Kratos just opens his hand and his comes back. If you watch closely, Thor snaps his fingers, and his hammer comes back to him.
Mjolnir back,
really nice.
And you can see him, and then they butt heads, and then the trailer ends. Dude, I don't think I've been as hyped for a game as this.
Yeah,
it's just made my nipples leak a little bit, just damn.
And then Kratos said, like, if death wants to take me, death has to earn me. And I'm like, fam, you need to shut up right now.
They essentially said, are you anything less than a god yourself?
So it sounds like I'm buying a PS5 just for God of War.
Absolutely.
Yeah, unless you want to sit on Twitch and watch me play the whole thing. That's what I'm going to do.
Fuck that.
Wow. I see how it is, Thomas. I'm not entertaining enough for you.
Wow.
I understand.
Look, when I ejaculate while I'm watching the game, I don't want to be thinking of you.
Yeah, that would be weird. I agree. I don't want to have Amaranth up on one screen and me up on the other, and then you lose track of which one's on which when you're done.
Oh no!
I'm just gonna superimpose her face on top of you.
Oh, dude, my titties are definitely bigger than hers too.
Oh no! All right, moving on because I can't handle this.
Oh, dude!
Holy crap! Okay. All right. Another announcement from, I believe it was State of Play as well. There was quite a few games. I think most of the stuff
we're getting is from State of Play.
Not all of it, but some of it. There were quite a few games that PlayStation, that Sony previewed or followed up on. Some of the, Tekken 8, whatever. There was a few updates. I'm not even gonna bring them up.
Octopath Traveler 2, baby.
So the other game that I thought looked interesting was Rise of the Ronin. And
that shit looked dope. I remember seeing that.
That game looks so cool.
They released a big trailer, and it really looks like Assassin's Creed meets an Elden Ring meets Neo.
Because that's not even the same game where the dude like speed blitzes all the dudes on the roof either. That's like where the wind meets or something like that.
Yeah, that was.
Which means we're about to get two like subtle samurai ninja games back to back.
It'll be
goes to
No, it's like way better than that. In terms of like the way it looked, like not Rise of the Ronin, but whatever that's called, the Where the Wind Meets game.
Right.
This motherfucker literally just speed blitzed everybody standing, like they all stood still, and he ran up to him and went, and then jumped off the roof, and then they all died as he ran away.
He hit you with that Omiwa.
Yeah. And I'm like, dude, that shit looks so cool. And that I don't even think those are the same games.
They're not.
Yeah, I don't think.
But this Rise of the Ronin apparently is, people are assuming a slower pace, not fast paced like Neo, but more of a slower pace, kind of like Elden Ring. They said it's going to be open world. To me, when I was watching the trailer, it did to me looked very Assassin's Creed reminiscent. So we'll see. It looks pretty exciting.
As long as it's got some brutality in it, I'm good.
I would assume.
Just because like all the old samurai stuff, like the way back the medieval stuff. That's why I liked Kingdom Come Deliverance, because if you hit somebody in the eye, bro, they'd literally pull the arrow out of their eye and scream.
Yeah.
Because it was realistic. They just didn't get hit like somebody in Skyrim and then just like continue to run at you.
This arrow does nothing.
As long as there's no memes about taking an arrow to the knee or
please no,
a spear to the eye or whatever the fuck it's gonna be. Like,
listen, I'll do what I want. Okay, I'm gonna reference whatever memes I fucking want.
And then this is all Lisa, because I've never played these games before, but she's gonna announce that Sims 5 may have been announced. I've never played The Sims ever.
I am extremely excited.
I didn't know that they were not at Sims 5.
They're at 4.
They're at 4, but 4 has like $400 worth of DLC or some crazy shit.
They have expanded upon it very much so. And here's the crazy thing is Sims 4 came out in like 20...
It's old.
13, 14?
It's like 14? It's almost 10 years old.
Yeah, so it's been around a while, and they had, there's a ton of expansions. I still think the first Sims is the best, because I'm old, but
about that SimCity 3000.
I was dog shit at SimCity Top.
I was
Dog shit.
I didn't know what I was doing, but I was just like building fucking random shit all over the
Now
place.
sandbox mode,
And
I was okay, but you put me on that campaign. People dying, people dying out there.
I didn't know how to play
Um,
Sims. It didn't make sense to me.
but The Sims 5 may be announced in the near future. There's some rumors swirling that they might be announcing a fifth one. Like I said, there's a whole section of people in this country that love The Sims. I would say probably worldwide. I don't know why I said country. There's a ton of
There's
people
a
that
huge
play it.
audience for it everywhere.
Yeah, so
only
I
Americans get The Sims.
only America.
Only
Period.
they truly can grasp the level of capitalism at play.
Absolutely. But that would be exciting. So I'm gonna keep my eyes and ears out for a new Sims because I will definitely buy it. For sure.
Then the next topic we have, which is going to be very interesting, and it still has to do with video games. We're going to be talking about Chipotle's new item, the what is it, garlic guajillo steak, right?
Sure,
They
whatever it
are
is.
they are debuting it in Roblox because that's the only place that you could not get food poisoning.
Relevant.
No lie. You can buy, it says you can buy the steak, the actual new steak. Real life, September 13th. Only today. After
Only
that,
that day.
you have to order it. Everyone else can order the new menu item tomorrow, but only Roblox users and Chipotle reward members could have got it
Now
on
let
the
me ask.
13th.
Okay, I know a lot of people play
Oh,
Roblox.
Roblox.
But isn't the main audience of Roblox like children? Like, are they rolling up into a Chipotle being like, "Let me hit it
Yeah,
with
but
2 scoops
see,
of rice"?
the thing with it is a lot of developers do Roblox too. A lot of, I mean, somebody
Thomas,
remade
how are you at
Valorant.
Roblox?
Somebody remade
I've never
Valorant
played it.
in Roblox.
I understand. I get that, but I'm saying like the main audience of Roblox is
I have
children.
no idea because I've seen a random TikTok of some like 68-year-old dude with some scraggly beard, kind of looked homeless, and then it just cut to his phone and he's fucking default dancing in Roblox with some blinged out Justin Bieber looking character.
Oh,
Then I've seen the
boy.
opposite where it's like 7-year-olds on TikTok doing the same thing. And I'm
Okay,
like,
well,
why is this on my For You
don't
page?
worry. I looked it up. I'm looking it up right now so the audience can find out with us. It looks as though 29% as of September 2020, 29% of Roblox users were 9 to 12 worldwide.
29%. That's not enough.
29%.
That's not enough. We need more. That's too many adults.
It says listen to me, 25% were under the age of 9. Okay, that's
Okay.
more than 50.
Okay.
And then 13% were 13 to 16. That's as of 2020. So their main player base are children under the age of 16. Why would Chipotle
I
go
mean,
to
McDonald's advertises the kids. Like,
that wouldn't have surprised me. They
you
at
just
least
be
they
over
give
there
toys.
like,
You know what I'm saying?
mommy, we gotta go to Chipotle. They got this new fucking expensive ass steak thing that I need to have.
I saw that shit on Roblox, Mom. My homie made it for me down the street before he went and played Valorant.
Oh, weird. To me, that's so. We've covered this weird ass marketing
I
stuff.
default danced in the lobby and then hit the Snoop Dogg. And then I
Roblox, not Fortnite. What?
And then I whipping Nene up to the counter and got my steak. I don't know what they do in Roblox.
I didn't even have to show them my phone. They knew the dance. They recognized. They were like,
They
oh,
knew
yeah,
who I was. They knew where I came from. They know what I'm about. They thought I was Ninja.
Again, not Fortnite. Jesus. Okay. Anyways,
Same thing.
point being, a little strange marketing, in my opinion, but interesting. I thought that was kind of a weird news type thing to put in there. I thought that was very strange. That was apparently on the 13th, so that was weird. You know, could be worse, I suppose. They're just, maybe they'll just stop getting people sick. That'd be great. Moving on.
I thought that was really funny.
Moving on. I'm gonna skip down here. There is an Uncharted bundle actually, I just got the pop up yesterday evening or this morning, and I didn't pay any attention to it because I hate um, Epic's pop ups constantly in my face.
I don't like
But
Epic either.
apparently, there is an Uncharted bundle that they're porting. I say
Yeah, but
porting
it's a
to
port.
PC. Now, a lot of people don't know what that means. When you port a game, you're essentially
Thomas, explain.
Uh,
how do you port things in the developer world? I don't know.
no,
when a
okay.
mommy computer and a daddy computer love each other very much.
Sir, that's how we get USBs.
Oh my god. Oh, so if you're not rewriting code for a game on a new platform, essentially it's like a, I don't want to say band-aid, but it's sort of like the half-assed way of taking a game as it is with from one platform, moving it to a new platform, but I don't want to say minimal. I don't want to downplay the time and effort that goes into porting a game to a new platform, but if you play PC games, you kind of get a feel for when a game is a port, because essentially what it feels like they've done is just reroute buttons.
Like
So
Dark Souls 1 is a PC port.
the
And
original one,
it
yes.
feels like absolute horse crap on
When they remastered it, it does feel a lot better. It feels way more responsive, and but yes, the original Dark Souls 1 that they ported, it felt very clunky. It didn't feel very
It
responsive
feels like
because
you're almost
it's
going through
built.
it feels like you're almost going through a proxy. Like you press a button, then it has to
Yes,
register that you pressed
correct. Yeah,
you press W, which translates to forward on the left stick,
correct.
which
Kind of
Yeah,
how it
translates to in the game, and then it takes
happens
2
sometimes.
seconds for it to respond.
yeah, and it's because the games are built to be used with a controller. So if you were to play a port and not use keyboard and mouse, it often works better because it's still designed to be used on that controller. Um, and like I said, I don't want to minimize the effort that goes into doing that, but it's always nicer to be able to play a PC game on keyboard and mouse, native to keyboard and mouse. So it actually feels good, it feels responsive, the screen moves how it should, it feels very fluid, but a lot of programming goes into that, rather than just essentially flipping some buttons around and saying, okay, well, mouse input this actually correlates to stick movement that. So,
Which means
anyways,
that Uncharted is about to be fucking horseshit on PC.
well, anyways, it's through Epic, and I guess it's gonna be 2 games. I don't know the price off the top of my head. I'd have to log back into Epic and find out. Um, but yeah, so I don't know if it's. I would assume it's a not a bad thing for them to do that. I know there's a lot of people that probably want to play it that never have because it's always been on PlayStation, and I know there's still a lot of people that don't have a PlayStation 5, because we're still dealing with shortages of consoles. It's
Yeah,
it's
but
only been
they're
2
gonna be
years.
super disappointed if they buy it. It sucks.
Yeah, hopefully not. The downside, I want to say it's also on Steam, which I think will help. They were advertising it through Epic, but I think it will be on Steam as well. Um, but either way, I think it's not a bad thing, but I worry about it being a port. So
I mean, it's gonna be. I'm just already claiming that it's gonna be dog shit.
no, well, it's not.
Most ports have been very bad for Steam.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
Naughty Dog has also been doing a lot of moving their Sony IPs over to the PC world.
yeah,
So I'm assuming that they kind of have it a bit down to a science, to be able to move a game that big over. Now I'm not
hopefully.
saying it's going to be perfect or particularly good, but it's probably going to feel better than like the Dark Souls port.
Hopefully, yeah. All I know is that article that I sent you guys did say that it was going to support like 4K, I think, and like ultra wide monitors, and it was going to have better textures and stuff like that. I mean, so hopefully they actually did some work on it, and I don't know. Hopefully
I
it's
don't know.
not
I got
it's
this
not
really
bad.
weird. I got this really weird thought just then we were talking about like ultra wide and stuff.
Mhm.
That the developers are just like sitting in a room. It's like 45-year-old dudes just sitting in a room together, and they go, "What do PC players want? Probably better controls." And it's the meme. And the guy goes, ultra wide HD. And then somebody goes, better textures, a port to actually be good. And then he just gets thrown out the window.
He gets thrown out the window, yeah.
Because I just imagine they're like 4K, ultra wide HD. And they're like, okay, but I literally, W translates to Y on the controller.
I know. Well, it comes out in a month. I want to say it's called the Legacy of Thieves collection.
Oh, that's like
Legacy
the fourth and that's like the third and the fourth one then.
It was a Thief's End and the newer spinoff, A Lost Legacy. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I wanted to bring that up because I know there's a lot of people that haven't played any Uncharted games, and they are pretty good. They
are good. Just buy them on console. Just buy them on console. Don't buy it on PC. Just buy it on console.
Okay. And I think it's $50. I believe it's 50 coming out. Anyways, 2 games for $50.
Bro, stop saying. You sound like your mother saying "anyways" 16 times.
I will do what I want. First
anyways, just gonna say it again.
Moving on. Do you want to announce the next thing then?
What, the CDPR thing about them updating or them releasing more content? What is CDPR?
You got to say the whole thing.
CD Projekt Red, the people who disappointed you by bringing you Cyberpunk 2077.
Absolutely, there you go. Fantastic.
Apparently, they're planning on releasing new stories and content, and possibly another game and Xbox and shit for Cyberpunk. I've heard they've done a lot of good things to it. I just don't know if it's worth revisiting.
We've talked about that.
We need that big patch to come in.
It's not even we need the big patch, bro. That game was just, it was fun when we played it. Me and Thomas sat in like Discord calls for like 3 weeks straight. Playing the absolute piss out of that game.
It wasn't even 3 weeks.
But the problem with it is that nothing fucking mattered. What was the point in making decisions when it all came down to one big one at the end? Like, who cares? It doesn't matter what you made up until that point. It made everything else feel kind of like you sit there and you think about it. You're like, oh, dude, what am I going to do with this part? What am I going to do? How am I going to say this to this person? And at the end, everybody's like, we love you. You just have to decide how you want to go out. And you're like, okay, so none of the decisions I made up to this point even fuck mattered. So what was the point in all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want a game that actually matters, bro, play the fuck Quarry.
True. Yeah.
Just remember, I'm not spoiling anything, but your decisions don't fucking matter in Cyberpunk as much as you think they do.
Well,
also, they're apparently building Witcher 4 in Unreal Engine. What'd they build the first one in? The third one. Was Unity?
Unity, yeah, yeah, I think it was, yeah.
Are they building it in Unreal 5 or are they building it in Unreal 4?
It did not say, because it's not an actual announcement yet.
Oh, so we don't fucking know anything.
We don't know yet, but there are talks of a Witcher 4 that they might be building an Unreal Engine. I mean, there's a lot of hype with the Witcher show.
Yeah, hopefully they don't let that go to their heads and then end up fucking it up.
Hopefully not. I know a lot of people like CD Projekt Red. I don't dislike them, but they're, as much as I really, really, really want to love their games, I really, really don't. I know I'm one of the few people, but
no, I like my problem with them is some of their games are just too slow.
I guess it would be pacing.
The pacing of their games is so off. Like Witcher, there's no reason my tutorial areas take 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
Just for it not to fucking matter.
Yeah.
And then you do one mission and it's some bitch standing in her house and she tells you for 20 minutes how she needs the soot on her fucking pan. And then you go get the pan and she's like, thank you. And then tells you another story. And I'm like, bitch, can you just say, please go get my pan from in my house so I can go get it? Instead of telling me that I don't care.
But it's supposed to immerse you in the RPG of the world. You're supposed to play the character and be interested, and I get that.
I mean, I am interested, but I'm not interested in a bitch talking to me for 20 minutes about how she needs a dirty pan from her house. There's a time and a place to be immersive, and there's a time and a place not to be.
Well, maybe if they build another Witcher 4, maybe there will be more room for that. Maybe
no, there's not, because there's very few people that actually don't like the game. I would say the majority of people actually do love the game.
Yes, they have a very big fan
So
base.
they're obviously not going to listen to what the problems, us little people think the problems are. They don't care.
True.
But it's okay.
Well, we'll see what they do. We'll see if they announce a new Witcher, and hopefully they do release Cyberpunk expansions because it's almost forgotten about at this point. Like, no one talks about Cyberpunk
I mean, I
anymore.
basically forgot about it.
I'm pretty sure everyone has uninstalled it. It doesn't have a ton of replayability, unfortunately. Minus the beginning of the game, those first few missions were depending on who what class you chose, which doesn't really affect anything anyways.
Was it Corpo
Um,
Street Kid or Nomad?
yeah,
Yeah, and they
just that
sync up
beginning,
anyway.
there's real no.
You still meet the same people, the same shit still happens. You just spawn
Mhm.
somewhere new.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
first 5 minutes is different.
That's
Well, no, it's for Nomad. It's like the first 25. Nomad was so much longer to start.
Nomad was definitely longer, which was nice.
watching
but
Lisa play Nomad, dude, that shit took so unbelievably long
yeah, there's
compared
a
to
whole
like
set of
Street Kid.
whole set of quests that you got to do at the beginning. But either way, if they do a new expansion, they say that it would be like a whole new game. So I don't know exactly how that'll work.
Granted, CDPR does do really good when they say they're going to do that. Like they made what was the Blood and Wine or whatever it was for Witcher, and people said it was basically another game.
Yeah, it
it
added
was.
like 20 hours of gameplay, I think.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different mechanics they added to the game that made it better too.
Yeah, so I hope they actually do that with Cyberpunk, and hopefully Cyberpunk turns into like a single player No Man's Sky.
Mhm.
Granted, I hope they let me run around with Thomas at some point because that would be cool.
That would be actually
Being able to run around with your homies, bro.
that
Be
would
so cool.
be
Even
would
if they
be
only do
sick.
2-player instead of 3 or 4.
Yeah. Maybe
That'd be so cool.
Co-op Witcher would be
maybe
cool.
maybe Nexus mods will get off their ass and do something about it.
Speaking of, do you want to play Elden Ring at any point in time, Thomas?
Nope.
Damn. Okay.
Get shit on.
Yeah, I figured I'd ask. I didn't think he was an Elden Ring type person. Me and Thomas will do a co-op Skyrim playthrough.
That'd be kind of cool.
Interesting.
Thomas
What?
the shady archer.
We'll tell him, no, Thomas the dank, bro. He's gonna be wearing full heavy with a dual sword. It's fucking no. I imagine Thomas
And I'm
probably
gonna
play
throw
mage.
my swords across the room and
Thomas probably play fucking mage like he's going to in Terraria when we play again.
Is there something where I can like literally throw daggers at people? Like I want to be the Korean guy from Dead by Daylight, just
I want to be the
running
trickster,
around Skyrim, laughing at people as I throw little knives at people.
and it doesn't do enough damage to kill him, and you have to hit him with like 50 of them.
Yeah,
But you throw them so fast.
The guard, and the guard's like, I once took a knife to the knee, and
I want to because you keep hit stunning him with a knife.
Oh my god. Well.
Oh boy, have you seen
Yeah.
that everybody's been playing fucking Warzone 2?
Nope.
They flew a bunch of people out to LA to play the new Call of Duty, play Modern Warfare 2. And we talked about her on the podcast before, fucking Nadia, and they flew her out too, which people were like, oh, she can't cheat on land now. There's no aimbot in LA. And I gave her the benefit of the doubt that she probably wasn't cheating. She played like PP in LA. She was really bad. Like she couldn't hit anything. She was shooting at her teammates. Me and Lisa have been talking about her whole situation. And it was from somebody, I think it was somebody on TikTok that mentioned it, maybe it's what Lisa was talking about. The reason she got big is everybody thought she was cheating. They're like, oh, she's cheating. She's aimbotting. She's walling. She's doing something, right? She used the bad publicity to blow herself up. And now whether she's cheating or not, she gets 5,000 on Twitch. So,
correct. It was a very genius marketing plan, regardless
of whether she was cheating or not, which people have said they've confirmed it. They've said, oh, we found out that she actually was cheating, blah, blah, blah. I don't really care either way. It was the fact that the move she made was genius. Like she blew all her channels up. She got verified on everything. I mean, for God's sakes, fucking Activision flew her out to LA to try a new Warzone. So she turned in, oh, I'm being accused of cheating, to playing it as cool as she possibly could.
To do something about it.
Literally becoming fucking super massive as a creator to where she's everywhere. I mean, she's been trending on Twitter for like a week straight. Like it's really funny to me.
Isn't cheating against Twitch TOS?
Yeah, that's why if people are accusing her of cheating, they're like, she's probably actually cheating. I don't know why she hasn't been banned yet from anything, because you can't cheat on Twitch. Granted, people do all the time. People actually stream themselves on TikTok and Twitch simultaneously cheating.
100%.
But they have one viewer, so who's going to report them? Themselves?
Right.
Yeah.
That's one thing to cheat in a solo game, but it's another thing to be like, hey, I'm
Oh
streaming.
no, they're
myself.
doing it on Mono. They're doing it on Warzone.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
Fortnite.
always more
And walling, and they're streaming it, but nobody's seeing it.
Yeah.
So they don't get reported because nobody sees it. I don't know what their plan is. But either way, Warzone 2, I don't know, like Warzone itself. I'm more interested in the multiplayer because I actually really like Call of Duty multiplayer. When it's good. When it's bad, I don't care.
Yeah.
So the only reason that you'll probably get it, Thomas, is because they're bringing back maps from all the old games. Like they've already confirmed that High Rise is in it. Crash is in it.
Modern Warfare 2 is the GOAT. So like,
yeah, they're bringing back a bunch of shit from that game. So I guess Thomas is getting Warzone 2 as well. I don't care about Warzone 2. The story mode alone makes me want to buy it. The multiplayer looks lit as fuck because it's a lot of the older guns on the older maps, but
nice.
with better everything else. Like I'm pretty sure I've heard they brought maybe the intervention back. High Rise is back. High Rise is actually in the Warzone map too. They brought back a few of the old Modern Warfare 2 maps.
I mean, as long as they do something about noob tubes, like that's fine. Like,
I don't even think that's a perk that exists in the game.
Thank Jesus H Christ.
Yeah, like I honestly don't think that's a perk that even exists in the game. I don't really care about that. I'm trying to see if there's no, they didn't say anything about the maps. But people have been saying they have let's see. You can swap weapons smoother, apparently. Swimming, water combat, tack sprint, dolphin dives, mantling, and ledge hanging.
That's cool.
Vehicle
Can I shoot
upgrades.
from the ledge.
Probably not.
That would seem
okay.
Diesel.
Outside of the
Or
core, that's all multiplayer, by the way. They brought they brought the spec op missions back from Modern Warfare 2.
Ooh.
Which are 2 players, Thomas. Yeah.
Ooh.
You have raids now, which is 3v3 match focused on communication and coordination, which sounds like it's going to be something like
Protect the Jug or something like that.
I would assume that's like arena mode or something.
Yeah.
And then they're also using Ricochet anti-cheat, which is okay. Let's see. The Warzone, I really don't care about Warzone, to be honest. I'll probably try just to try it, but I'm kind of over battle royales at this point in time in my life. So I don't know if I'm gonna actually go for it. And not to mention, you're gonna be competing with like every soul on the planet playing Warzone 2.
I can't wait to drop into.
Also, they're releasing Warzone Mobile
next year.
Why?
at this, just so you can drop it on your phone, bro.
Okay.
Early access will be available on September 16th.
Shit! It kicks off tomorrow.
Today.
No, today's the 15th,
Yesterday.
bozo.
Today. We release this podcast on Fridays, Bobo. Today. When people are listening to it.
At the time of recording, it's September 15th. It'll be released tomorrow for me. And I will be playing never mind, I guess I'm not playing me and Thomas will play Escape the Backrooms this weekend at some point, probably.
I'm down.
But I want to play that. Because TDM, Domination, Knockout, Prison Rescue.
Don't tell people wrong. It's September 16th on PlayStation. It's September 22nd for Xbox and PC.
Oh yeah, I forgot PlayStation gets everything early.
And then open beta will be September 18th and September 24th for Xbox and PC.
So if you don't want to spoil anything, stay off social media for the next week after tomorrow, because everybody and their grandmother is going to be making content for that game.
Close your eyes.
Well, Thomas, if you feel like playing Escape the Backrooms tomorrow, I can't play Call of Duty yet.
Well, you can if you want to get on PlayStation.
I'm not playing on controller, bro. Ew.
Oh, don't be
and it's not, and I'm not being an elitist. I just can't use controllers anymore.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I have such a hard, that's low key half the reason I haven't played Forbidden West on PS5 yet is because I don't want to play it on controller. I want to play it on mouse and keyboard. I lose
Yeah.
so much fine aim control that I've been used to for the past fucking what? How many years? 7 or 8 years? 9
Mhm.
years? That I don't know if I can actually play on a control. Like, I mean, I'm gonna play God of War on a controller if they don't release or anything else.
Yeah, but that's a different style of game anyways.
Yeah, but it's weird. But
It'll be fun. The only thing that's questionable for me is that mobile version. That seems like a
yeah, but
standard cash grab.
I'm just not gonna deal with it. I hope the multiplayer is good. I like out of all the things I hope is good. I hope multiplayer is the best. I hope the campaign's really good. I don't care about Warzone.
Yeah.
I know everybody's
lot of
really
people
looking
do,
forward to
though.
Warzone, and I hope it's good for them. But I just don't care. Just Warzone, bro.
Well, we'll see
We'll
how it
see.
goes. We'll see who.
We'll definitely see.
I know it'll be very popular for a while. I'm sure, since it'll be the next big release game.
For a while, at least.
Yeah. And what's the release date for the game again? November? Is it
I
November
think it's
or
November
October?
at some point. Is it October? I feel like October's too early.
They usually do like November, like 11th.
It's
because
October 28th.
Interesting.
What a
So it's
weird
about
date.
a month of open beta, and then release on October 28th.
See, what gets me is what they like. They just say it uses an upgraded engine and better AI. I'm like, okay,
Me too.
but like of what though? I don't know. I feel like there needs to be. I hope it's good. I hope they're having fun with it. I didn't really watch anybody play it, so I don't really know much about it. Like I said, though, I'm more excited for the multiplayer and the campaign because campaign's got all the goats.
Well, all I know in terms of the engine is it runs on Infinity Ward's engine. So,
I mean, it's automatically better than.
yeah, it runs on Infinity Ward's engine, and Infinity Ward's engine is somehow like built off of ID. Do you remember, id? So their engine. Um I don't know. I don't know how they. I know it's proprietary. I remember reading about it in the past, but um, I think I think Infinity Ward, Treyarch, and Sledgehammer all use that engine. Anyways, it's a
Now
proprietary
they do,
engine.
yeah.
I know that. I'd looked it up before.
Because Treyarch used to have their own engine, but their netcode was shit.
God, their netcode was so fucking bad.
What's netcode, Thomas? Explain it to us.
When a mommy internet cable and
Went on mommy internet cable.
Oh man, okay. I'm glad. We learn things here, is what we do. We learn the wrong information, but it's okay.
I don't know, that seemed pretty
So-
accurate to me.
We'll we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with Warzone and Modern Warfare 2. I don't know if I want to buy it myself personally. I do and I don't. I'm very split in between it right now. So
I mean, you're also going to be contending with fucking WoW at the same time.
yeah, that's true.
So I understand why you don't want to buy it.
And at the same time as well, we're gonna have Overwatch 2.
Yeah.
Which rolls us into our next topic,
Oh boy.
which is Overwatch, okay? And I don't want to make a huge deal out of this because it's not like, I mean, a lot of people will play it. It is a big game IP, so I can't say that no one will play it. They announced quite a bit of updates for the new game. So it's been in the news the past day or so. The newest healer is locked behind the battle pass wall, which is, as you know, we love battle passes around here.
Granted,
So
like
much.
I will say that while she's locked behind a battle pass wall, she is free on the battle pass. But it's the fact that you have to unlock her through the battle pass.
From if I remember correctly, her name is Kariko, I think.
Kariko, she's got a fox spirit lady.
Yeah, which people
Hot.
figured out who it was going to be months ago.
Because
But
nobody can
is,
just patiently wait for anything. They always have to leak shit.
absolutely. But the thing is about putting her on the battle pass, like when you played Call of Duty, like you normally got the operator, I say operator, but you normally got him within the first level or two, right? Like you play, they're like, "Oh, thanks for playing. This is a free character. Here you go." From what I understand, this healer is level 55 of 80. So 80 levels of battle pass and you got to get through 55 of them to unlock this character.
Not to mention, our premium always ends up getting those things where they're like, get 10 extra experience, 10% extra more, 10, and then you end up getting like 80% more extra experience.
Yeah.
If you're not one of those people who buys the premium, you got to go through 55 levels of unboosted battle pass experience.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Because as I said, she is free on the battle pass, but you still have to unlock her.
And here's the thing.
She's gonna be strong as fuck at the beginning, and then they're gonna nerf her once all the.
Have you heard her abilities, Thomas?
No, I know how this dance works.
She's related to Genji and Hanzo, so she uses kunai as her main attack weapon. Right. Her only heal is these. She shoots out talismans like Gunfire Reborn that auto track their target and heal them over time.
Kind of like a Zenny heal.
Yeah, except you have to throw them out. You throw like 3 at a time or something. And one of her tactical abilities is, oh boy, it's an invulnerability. She throws it and it's 1 second of you being invulnerable. Whoever she throws it at, you just get 1 second of being invulnerable. And then her ultimate is, boy, she can make a fox, like a fox spirit that runs in a straight line when she summons it, and it gives all the people in it, your teammates, increased movement speed, attack speed, like shield and some other shit. And then she has an ability where she can teleport through walls. She looks at she looks at a teammate and she goes, and she can just teleport straight to you through walls. It's insane.
Yeah, and she can climb walls.
And she can climb walls like Genji and Hanzo.
It'll be interesting, and I'm sure they will nerf her, but I just want to
see. My problem is that she only has one heal ability as a healer. Like one heal ability, I understand, but like her ultimate supports the team. She has invulnerability for some reason. I don't know why they keep wanting to do that to characters.
Well, don't forget, there's no healer role. There's support.
I know, and I don't know. I just feel like Overwatch 2 is not going for healing anymore. They're gonna stray away from that. They're gonna play more DPS healers.
Probably. Moving on from her kit, that's a whole nother story. But I wanted to touch on the battle pass. If you spend $10 with they're adding a currency called Overwatch coins, of course. Buying the pass that I guess is valued at $10 with 1,000 coins automatically grants you access to Kariko. So you can obviously still get the character 55 levels in, but you will automatically get her if you spend $10. So that will.
That's so scummy. Ew.
That will absolutely be the method that they're going for. It's
Well, fellow Kimiko enjoyers, I will see you in Diamond.
That is so good. Speaking of Diamond and Overwatch at this point, apparently like mid to high Diamond is top 500 because there's that little of people playing Overwatch 1.
Well,
and if you didn't know this, when Overwatch 2 comes out, which is going to be free to play, they are deleting Overwatch 1 completely. It's gone.
Yes,
they're going to reach into my computer and delete it.
It will not let you log in or access the game.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's not what they said what they were going to do originally.
No,
I knew this was coming because there's no way that you're going to be able to manage 2 games into 1 game and not be 2 games, but to be 1 game at the same time. Yep. Whatever the fucking bullshit they were trying to push beforehand.
Yeah, that's what they were saying they were going to do, and I'm like, dude, that's not going to work. Like, I'm like, I mean, that you got high hopes, but they're just like, you know what? Fuck it. Just done. We're done. Overwatch 1 deleted, and it's starting. There's going to be like a 2-day period where there's just no game. Your Overwatch 1 gets deleted, your files get transferred to Overwatch 2, and Overwatch 2 doesn't release till 2 days after they fucking delete Overwatch 1. So sorry if your main content's Overwatch. You got 2 days off work.
Oh, we're gonna have these 2 games together, and then after they said that, Architect came over and said, "What the fuck are you guys doing?"
Yeah, they announced, hey, we're going to have Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2 seamlessly compatible with each other. So if you want to still play 1, you can still play 1, but you can play with people in 2. And the developer walks over and goes, "You know that doesn't fucking work, right? Like we literally can't do that.
It's got to be something like that.
We literally can't do that. That is not physically possible. So I don't even know what you want us to do. Well, we're just gonna just make it free to play, I guess. Put the bitch on a battle pass, like."
Yeah, we'll see how well that sells. I don't see, the thing is, like, with a game like Fortnite or Apex, they have such a, oh boy, like the people are so in a stranglehold with those games and getting the battle pass and the skins and the this and the that. I don't know if that's going to happen with Overwatch. I don't think it will. I think people are going to spitefully not get it to where it needs to be.
I think people are going to spitefully not play the game. Like they're going to be like, because at that point, like, I mean, I understand there's going to be a lot more options.
Yeah, well, like you're going to be doing heroin. You're really not going to go to coke. Like it's just like you've already got the good shit, and do you really need a different type of good shit?
Really
like,
yeah, you already got like you're already snorting the good shit, bro. What you need that for, bro? He's already trying to return the crack, and I've not even got mine yet. Like,
yeah, I don't know how well it's gonna do. We're gonna see what happens. But I don't know. I've been reading some of the articles and Blizzard supporting the whole, oh yeah, the battle pass, and you can have the healer up front if you buy the battle pass for $10, or you bought the founders pack for $40, you get her for free.
This kind of reminds me of like No Man's Sky, where like, is there gonna be this?
Yeah, I told Lisa Overwatch 2 is going in the complete opposite direction they need to be going. they are fucking up right now.
Well, they had the opportunity to do something innovative or change the direction in which games are going, but instead they're just hopping on the bandwagon 100%.
Everybody else is making fucking money. Why don't we make some money? All right, yeah. Dutch, I got a plan. Shut up. We're playing too much Red Dead, bro. All I can think of is fucking Dutch, fucking just constantly saying he's got a plan. That's what it sounds like. I got a plan. We're going to make both games into one. Same game, Overwatch 1.5. Boom. Boom. Arthur comes up. Yeah, Dutch, you can't do that, right? And he's like, well, why can't I?
Well, we're just mixing.
And then he goes, together. And then Dutch looks. He goes, this doesn't work. And then Dutch goes, fuck it, we're going to Tahiti. And then they just make it free to play. Like,
you just make more games. You bring more games in. Make it like multiverses. All of a sudden, all you had to do was catch the damn train, Dutch.
Bro, I'm telling you, if they put Boondocks in multiverses, I'm fucking maining Huey.
We're going back.
We're going, and it's just gonna be the constant Boondocks theme song, and it's just gonna be us whooping ass. We're gonna get shit on so many times, and I'm gonna make it. It's gonna be 2 hours of gameplay for us to win twice, and make an entire video out of it.
Yeah, you're gonna see me taunting, just new shoes,
oh, and just whip them right in the fucking face.
All right, we were talking about Overwatch there for a moment.
Oh, you gotta let us rant, Lisa. That's how we get the time longer. That's why we're already at 50 minutes.
Thank you for that.
We're not even going to be able to go into the next topic.
Oh, we are. We are going to talk about
the next topic.
Yes, we do. One more. But moral of the story here is we don't 100% agree with the free-to-play / battle pass mentality. That's us personally.
I don't disagree with the battle pass mentality. I don't agree with you putting fucking characters on the battle pass. Don't put characters that I have to unlock on the fucking battle pass. It's stupid.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. But either way.
Not to mention when you release fucking what they release like 40 characters in Overwatch, maybe 25, and they've all been free. You just have access to them off the rip, and then they're just like
they're changing that.
And then they're like battle pass. They got to figure it out. That's stupid. It makes me so mad.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. That is Overwatch 2 is coming out very soon. It's right at the beginning of October where they shut down the first game. So if anyone is enjoying it, please note.
Which we won't be here.
We won't be here from the 6th to the 10th or 11th.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't affect Overwatch.
Yeah, it does.
It's not on the 4th.
Overwatch can't start until we're here.
Oh, okay, got it.
I talked to my dad works at Activision.
Contractually obligated.
Like I said, if anyone does still play Overwatch 1, like myself, just be aware that I think on the 2nd of October, I think it was, they are shutting it down. Like, straight up, you won't be able to access it. So get ready for that. Make sure you know your Battle.net login information, because if you want your skins and all that, you will need to log in all over again, brand new on a new game.
Speaking of free-to-play games, not free-to-play anymore. This leads us into our next topic. I just want to know how AAA games haven't gone up at all in terms of like, why is everything still $60? Why do people still bitch about $60?
People do bitch about $60.
They're like, dude, it was $60 when I was a kid. It's $60 now. That's crazy. Imagine if it went up like a fucking gallon of milk. Like, we'd be paying $86 for a fucking single game.
I'd be looking for cheaper milk.
So Ubisoft is saying that it's AAA games. Ubisoft makes AAA games. Anyways, they're saying that their AAA games will be $70. $10 up from the $60 standard platform of games. Like almost all games when they come out, the high end AAA, AA titles, they are $60. If you want to buy a better version or, a premium version, an ultimate version, whatever it might be, 70, 80, 90, $100, whatever the case is. But your standard game is 60. It's $59.99 on every platform. That's how it is. Ubisoft says they're going to raise the prices on their AAA to 70 or $69.99. That's going to upset a lot of people.
Which is, I mean, to be honest, to me, granted, Ubisoft barely makes AAA games on a good day.
That's what I'm saying. So, but still, I understand where they're coming
I'm surprised
from,
that nobody else has done this yet.
I agree.
Because, like, I'll be honest, bro. If they put God of War at $80, dude, I'm buying that bitch for $80. Like, I don't care because it's worth that much. People are like, $60 is a lot. They want me to pay $60 for this, fam. You're lucky it has not gone up. It was $60 when I was 8. It's $60 when I'm 28.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, in the 90s, 2000s, when we were growing up, we had this discussion similarly on another podcast a few ago.
Yeah.
We used to buy all the used games because us as 14-year-olds could not afford the $60 version. We had to wait for those people to finish the game, come sell they shit to GameStop, to EB Games, okay?
God, EB
and then
Games.
We would buy it for $39, all right? Like, we had to wait.
You want to play all the sports games? They were fucking $5. They lined them up by year, and they were $5. You spent $20 to get 4 Maddens. Absolutely. It was the craziest thing ever. Like, that's why I played the old Maddens the whole time. People were like, but it's $60 now. That's, dude, my local fucking, what is it? My local Chinese Panda Express is offering $18 an hour work back house.
Yeah.
You work 3 hours and 15 minutes, you got yourself a brand new game. Like, shut up. Go cut some grass, bro.
Yeah, $60, even though it's a chunk of money to hand out for a new game, and I totally understand that. But it is kind of surprising that more developers or publishers have not raised the price at all for their games. Like,
honestly,
that's because of microtransactions. They make so much more off microtransactions.
Yeah, that's why a lot of games go free to play because of microtransactions. They'd rather pay $60
but think about your story games. Your big story games, what they end up doing is, okay, they might add some DLC or some outfits you can buy. Like, I know Resident Evil has guns that you can get. You can buy for $1.99 or, whatever. But for the most part, like, you buy a game for 60, you've got pretty much everything in it. Like, there's no, there's no unlocking stuff. It's just playing through the game.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why they don't though, because if you have like a game that's heavily story driven and not particularly that engaging as a game, people are just gonna go to YouTube. They're like, I'm not gonna spend $80 on this. I'm gonna go to YouTube.
I mean, I've done that. I'm like, I'm not spending $70 on this game, bro. I'm gonna go watch somebody play it for 8 hours.
Yeah, and then you realize that the game is 4 hours long, and then you're like, well, I saved myself $80.
Dude, it's the same thing. It's the same to me. Sorry, it's not the same thing, but like Poppy's Playtime. Poppy's Playtime was 40 minutes and it was $15. They released Poppy's Playtime episode 2, which they made free. Yeah. And they made the first episode free too. So all those people who paid $15 for 40 minutes of gameplay so they could make a couple TikToks that blew up.
Yeah.
Got gypped out of $15.
I still say my rule of thumb, and I suggest it to anybody out there, unless you really want to support a studio or a publisher or, a developer, whatever, my rule of thumb is I don't pay more than $2 per hour of content. Period. So if a game is $60, I expect at least 30 hours of gameplay. It doesn't have to be a 50-hour game like Red Dead or 60, 70-hour game, but it needs to be at least 30. So if I play a game, I'm gonna Spider-Man. If you're gonna make me buy a $60 game and we beat it, if you beat it, Bobo, in 18 hours, that shit was overpriced. Like, you 100%ed that game in less than 20 hours.
I mean, I got platinum on it.
You had literally beat the main storyline in 12, and that was a $60 game. Was it a good game? Yes, it absolutely was.
But see, people don't have that thing. People will say that you're being snobby or stingy.
I don't care. That's my rule of thumb.
That's too much. 30 hours of gameplay will make a better game.
That's my rule of thumb.
But see, then the downside is, then people will say, okay, then you get those missions like you have in Assassin's Creed where you just have to follow some random ass pirate around while he walks.
Where they pad the timing, yeah.
You get filler missions. And then you have some of those games that will be doing them filler missions to force you to stay past that 2-hour mark on Steam.
Yeah, there's a handful of those, but most of those aren't $60 games. But
that's why I got the egg timer.
And what's funny is the same people that are going to complain about like the $70 upcharge from Ubisoft, like the $10 more, are the same people that bought a fucking 10 or 30 or 30.90 for fucking $1,700.
Those are the same people that buy
$3,000 worth of
every year.
Yeah, $3,000 worth of Apex skins or Apex boxes. Yeah.
I have 19 heirlooms. There's the same people that fucking they announced the Loba's heirloom, and the world went crazy because they're like, Apex is kind of poopy. This game feels kind of shitty. And then they announced Loba's heirloom, and people go, "Oh my god, it's the best thing to happen since fucking Betty White was alive. That's crazy." And they're just fucking lose their mind. And I'm like, dude, it's a fucking fan with blades on it. Like you can get one of those with Valor for $20.
Get it naturally, fam. Let it happen. Guaranteed 500 boxes.
Yeah.
Still to this day, I have bought one battle pass on Black Ops 4 because I really wanted the SWAT. Okay, I really wanted.
Yeah, I regret.
I grinded the shit out of that season. It was the best gun I ever got. So I bought the battle pass so I could open that up and get the SWAT. I did that, and I bought 20 boxes on a Christmas sale the first year Overwatch was out. That is it. That is the only money I have ever spent on.
Yeah, I'm the opposite
game.
direction, bro. I probably spent like fucking 10 grand on video games.
Let's not gloat about spending money on games.
Well, that's from like League of Legends Season 2 until now.
That's a lot of years. Okay.
Are we talking about mobile games? Because
no, we're not talking about mobile, Thomas. You win in the mobile department. We're not beating you in there. Granted, I don't think.
Don't wail, kids. It's not worth it.
Now, if we're talking about a Diablo Immortal, that is.
Oh no! Hey, I'm not gonna dog it. The game itself is pretty fun, but I'm not spending.
It's Diablo on your phone.
I'm not spending money on it though. I'm not doing it.
Okay. That wraps up the topics we have for today. That wraps up the topics. I'm not gonna force you guys to keep listening to us banter right now. Maybe one day we'll have an entire thing on just bantering where we talk about, we have fucking drafts of our best games ever created in the past 10 years.
I think we take a topic, we take a hot take topic, and each of us comes with a different mindset so we can argue about it.
That's okay.
Fuck both of you. You're wrong. I'm right. 100%.
I'm right. What are you talking about?
My podcast now.
No. I don't agree at all.
I'm the oldest here. I win.
Ah, shit.
Damn. Okay. Well, as you can hear, she won. So that brings us to the end of the podcast today. I don't have to do any of the ad stuff because I did that at the beginning, and I got to remember to do that at the beginning more.
Yeah.
Well, that wraps up CheekCast podcast episode 15, where I didn't mess up a single time on the intro or the outro, which is fantastic. And pat me on the back because that feels nice.
All right.
That wraps up for today, though. So you guys have a good night. Stay cheeky. Dust your booty cheeks off. Don't get hemorrhoids. Have a good night.
Wow. Bye.
Goodbye.